What's up, y'all? What's going on? I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and I'm here live with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Waves. What's up, fellas?
What's good?
Yo, what up, though?
Welcome
Sorry,
to
my
the
mic was on
Showdown.
mute.
His mic wasn't on. Welcome to the Showdown. We got a lot to talk about, man. This is the show where we talk sports. We talk mostly football, and especially football from a fantasy perspective. Uh, so anyway, man, I'm your boy. Waves, talk to me, man. What's happening with you?
Man, same old, same old. We got another week of fantasy football to talk about, and another week of interesting NFL action to talk about.
So on sleeper, if you win, you go green. When you lose, it go red. And my shit was a bloodbath this week, man. I didn't realize how many players I had from the 49ers and the Lions, and they both had bye weeks, and I was just struggling to put together lineups this week. Big Ed, what's up with you, man?
Nothing much. I had a pretty good week. I went 9-4.
Nice.
Okay,
I
all
think.
right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're so specific. Okay. Anyway, man. Waves. Where we going from here? What we about to do?
Well, let's go ahead and toast to the show right away, and then we'll jump right in.
Okay, all right. This one's going out to the collective, baby. We're going to bring this back. We're going to get this back under control.
Speaking of
Big up to Chris, man. What up? What time is the podcast?
now,
Big up to what time is the podcast. Hashtag what time is the podcast.
oh man,
Yeah, I don't say nothing. I ain't got nothing else to say. All the talk is behind me, man. But I see it. I saw it.
mm-hmm.
I went through the day and just wiped myself. I was looking for something. I forgot what I was doing. I was doing something important, and hadn't realized how many groups I was in, and I was having such a hard time finding the right group that I just decided to go through and clean house and deleted a whole bunch. I just left a whole boatload of groups today. I left about 30 groups. I didn't even know I was in half of them.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of groups.
Yeah. And speaking of groups, man, I want to say big ups to the Showdown Facebook group, the Showdown YT Facebook group. You can check it out, facebook.com, Showdown YT. Also, big ups to the Broad Street Bullies Facebook group, the BSBF fantasy BSBFF, right? Broad Street Bullies fantasy football group, and fuck that other group because they haters.
Yep. I haven't been part of that group in a minute. I'm old.
Yeah. I started to leave it, but I just stay in it just so they can't have the satisfaction of saying I did. But y'all ain't getting no more love from me. Nah, I'm done. I'm done with that. I can't get love when I don't get love back, cause it takes a fool to love. Love don't love nobody. Anyway, so check this out. There's a new Facebook group out there. It's called What Up Those Sports. So go and check out What Up Those Sports. The difference with Showdown and What Up Those Sports, Showdown is again, just like the show, it's basically focusing on football, especially football from a fantasy perspective. What Up Those Sports is more about stories around the sports. It's not as much about the sports themselves. You ain't seeing scores. You ain't seeing who did what in the game. You're seeing who talked about what outside the game. Who's fucking who. And who damn, I ain't mean to cuss. My bad. I'm sorry. Who's zooming who and who's pissing who off and all of that kind of stuff. So it's the game outside the game. And that's what the What Up Those Sports is about. It's a lot of fun so far. So a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So make sure you check it out, man. It's on Facebook.com/What Up Those Sports. Actually, it's called WUD Sports. That's what it is. Facebook.com/WUD Sports. That said, Ways, take us away.
Team battles.
Team battles. I don't want to talk about these. What's next? No, okay, all right. I'll take it, man. I take it like the man I am. Let's see. EFG Supremacy. Elite went up 5-3 on us for the second week in a row. And I lost by a smidgen. Last week I got pounded. This week I should have won. I lost by 1.82 points.
Damn.
Ain't that about a bitch? So yeah, 5-3. So what did you do in that group? Carlton and Mel both lost.
I got a dub.
Big Ed got a dub. Waze got a dub. And Goon Squad got a dub. That was it. Carlton, Ricardo, we all lost. So we're still up 8 games overall in 200 points. We're still up 8 games and 200 points over EFG Supremacy. I know that because they keep those kind of stats.
Okay.
Yeah, so they sent that to me today. Let the big dogs eat. Let the big dogs eat. I think I lost in that too. I mean, it was a bloodbath for me. I don't think I won. I won a few games, but that was terrible. Yeah, I got pounded by Carlton. Fuck Carlton.
I lost bad too.
Yeah, I lost as well.
2-1. Dejan won. Yeah, Big Ed got pounded. Big Ed, you got doubled up.
Yep.
Damn.
I feel you, bro.
Damn. Ways you lost pretty bad too.
I forgot I had Jared Goff in on that one.
Oh,
Pick up to my boy Maurice. Maurice won. Let's see here. Carlton lost. We got one Maurice. Is that only? Oh, we got Durio won. That's it. They got a 6-2 this week. Oh,
man.
Big week for BSB.
No, Dejan won.
That's 2.
Yeah,
that's what I said. Durio and Dejan.
NBZ hardest pit. That's one of our
Durio.
ours.
That's Durio.
Yeah,
and Maurice. That's 3.
Okay, all right. 5-3, 5-3, 5-3. Okay. All right, cool.
Wait,
cool.
It was a hard week there.
Yeah, that was a rough week, man. That was a rough week. 5-3 though. 5-3 ain't bad. We can recover from that. We can recover from 5-3. I can live with 5-3. World War I. I took another fucking L. I lost by 5. I lost some close ones. It was like games I should have won that I just didn't. Let's see. Dejan won. Big Ed won. Waze took an L. Damn, Waze, you only scored 50 points.
Man, that was a hard one for me because, yeah, I wasn't getting nothing.
Damn. But I'm glad to see that Durio got another win. He kicked Mr. Perfect ass. Good.
We got to start getting shutting down Courtney because she's on a roll. I think this is 3 wins in a row for her.
Yeah, she got me by 5 points, and we went 4-4 in World War. World War I, we went 4-4 with them. Leaders of the New School. I took an L in that one too. I know I did. I ain't even looked at it yet, and I remember. I took an L in everything, man. It was L City for me. I took a big L too. Damn, 2 fucking Ant blew me out by about 50 points. Let's see. Manifesto. Did Dejan get a win? Chris got a win over Kwame. Da 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 da. Jab took an L. And Dejan got a dub. So Dejan blew somebody out. Dejan put up big numbers. So look like we was 4-4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. No, we went 5-3. So the Steppers went 5-3 over the Midwest Monkeys this week. So the Steppers won that one. All right.
Midwest Monkey.
Right.
And last but not least is the Clash. And fuck them.
Yeah, another bad week for us, but
Fuck the Clash.
I will say I got my revenge on.
Let me say this, man, about that. And I know I took responsibility last week. I took it like man last week on that bullshit. Dam's the kind of guy that don't cheat. He tries to trick you, tries to outsmart you. So I should have caught that, and I kind of did. They got duped, and I don't even see how you take pride in winning like this, but it is what it is, man. And they're gonna run from us next year because they know we own to their shit. They gonna run from us.
Yeah.
So good week for them. They won. Let's move on. Dejan got to win. Wade's got to win. So they got us 5-3. And CJ took an L too. So they got us 5-3 this week. So fucking what? I ain't giving them the satisfaction. What's next?
Let's see. Next up. Oh, we gotta give a quick little mid-season update. I think we're about mid-season now for a lot of our leagues. A little past mid-season now that I think about it, because I think it's in only about 6-7 weeks playoff start.
I just want to backtrack. I don't take pride in getting slick wins. If you can go with me head up with no tricks and none of the bullshit. Oh, I bamboozled you, I tricked you, and you can go head up without trying to do some underhanded shit and trying some to trick somebody. Then you manning up. Then you manning up and taking it like and saying you the man. But there's some old hide behind the bushes shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway. This sneak attack, this some sneak attack shit. He almost won anyway, but it's frustrating when I'm up by 5 points going into Monday night. He got this defensive player playing. I got Keenan Allen playing, and he outscored me by almost doubled him up.
Ain't no way in hell.
He doubled him. The defensive player outscored me by 15 points.
Ain't no way in hell a defensive player even supposed to score that many points.
He outscored my Keenan Allen by 15 points. That's how he won. So that's why I'm saying, okay.
You know what it was? They listened to that one.
You're not proving that you're better than us. You're not proving that you're better than us.
No.
You're proving that you tricked us. That's what you're proving. But
remember
it's
the show?
good.
Remember the show we were talking about?
Because it ain't over. It's all good because it ain't over.
Mm-hmm.
He listened to that show when we were talking about the IDP and how they shouldn't matter, how they don't matter.
No, he didn't. He ain't do that. He ain't that good. No, he didn't. He just pulled some bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Because that bullshit gonna backfire. We're gonna beat you anyway.
Yep.
And it's already starting to backfire.
I'm gonna beat you anyway. I'm gonna beat you. I see you in the bushes, bitch. Let's go, man. What's next, Wave?
All right. So I got some mid-season questions for you guys here for fantasy-wise.
All right.
Biggest bust. Who do you think so far this season has been the biggest bust? At least for you.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm so far, quite frankly, the biggest bust has been Justin Jefferson, but I don't like to call him that because that's largely due to injury.
Right.
I'm excluding injury. I'm gonna say it's been. Let me think about that. Maybe Devontae.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Saquon.
Yeah, he's been trash.
Same as Saquon, that's been just as consistent. T. Higgins.
Oh, that's a good one too.
He had a big game this past week though.
He did, but I've had him on my team the entire season. 3 big games. That's all I've gotten out of him. We're 9 weeks into the league or into the season, and I've only got 3 good games out of it.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all.
No. CeeDee Lamb too.
Yeah.
Except for these last 2 or 3 games that he's had.
I don't know if I had great enough expectations for CeeDee Lamb for me to call him a bust, though.
I got the number one bust on everybody's that should be on everybody's list. Dalvin Cook.
I didn't expect much out of him, though.
No, because he was a free agent at the beginning of the year, so
yeah, I
wouldn't call him a bust.
I was telling everybody before he even left the Vikings, he was washed. But when you listen to a lot of these fantasy football people before the season began, as soon as he signed with the Jets, they were like, "Oh, he's about to break out. He's about to have a hell of a season."
Speaking of because I knew he wouldn't because I knew he was going to be behind Brees Hall. But speaking of the Jets, the biggest bust is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I said I didn't want to go because of injury on Justin, but this dude played 4 plays.
Yeah.
Yep.
And didn't do shit on those.
No.
Oh, here's another one. Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
What was your expectations?
Better.
That he'd be.
Yeah, but for a biggest bust, I didn't have high expectations for Daniel Jones.
I would have seen him coming out of last year. I would have seen him as a middle of the road quarterback that can manage the game and be able to put up at least some yards for fantasy points.
I see him as just as what he is.
Speaking of Daniel Jones, I would like to throw this out here since we're on Daniel Jones. As far as the clash goes, I still will say I absolutely won that damn trade.
Yeah.
I fucking won that trade.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. What else, man? What else? Big Ed gonna keep on throwing names out forever. That motherfucker's bored. Let's stop.
Who's your biggest out of nowhere player? That player that was on no one's radar but showed up and showed up.
This one is easy for me. That's an easy one for me.
Okay.
It ain't no doubt. It's Joshua Dobbs for me. All day and twice on Sunday. It's Joshua Dobbs for me.
I'm gonna say CJ Stroud.
Yeah, you know what? I can agree with CJ Stroud. I can. But to me, the top one by far is Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Still putting up those numbers even though Cooper is there.
Puka's definitely up there. So Puka, Josh Dobbs. I guess I had, considering CJ Stroud was the second overall pick, I'm not seeing him as out of nowhere.
Right.
And he's going to a team that didn't have a quarterback, so you knew he was going to start. Yeah, he's better than expected, but was he really out of nowhere? Not really.
Right.
Not to me. Not what I say out of nowhere. But Joshua Dobbs, I hadn't heard of him.
No one has.
Right.
Puka Nacua, I hadn't heard of him. I ain't know who he was.
No, me neither.
Yeah, those two are probably the top 2, man.
And if it wasn't for injury, I'd throw Devin A-Chain in there.
Actually, I'm still gonna go with A-Chain.
Yeah, because
I'm still going. Yeah, I'm going. A-Chain is not a bad one either. Yeah,
I can tell you right now, based on what we've seen before he got injured, A-Chain right now would be on track to break the rookie rushing record.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, A-Chain is absolutely. I would put him as a out of nowhere player.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Now, final one for midseason opinions fantasy. Who is your most efficient players?
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Not Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, but not Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Travis Kelce. Travis Swift.
Yeah.
Go with Bijan.
I don't know about consistent.
Hasn't really been.
He's not been really that consistent this season.
He has had a couple bad games. Never mind.
Yeah.
Stephon.
Yes, Stephon's been pretty consistent. Joe Mixon has been consistent as well. He's just not really talked about that much right now.
Travis Etienne has been consistent too.
Well, yeah, Tank Bixby showed up and he felt threatened.
Etienne has been a beast in a few of my leagues.
Yeah, Lamar's been pretty good this year. He's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And I've noticed all these guys that we're naming are players who are not getting that fantasy talk, that fantasy love. But when it came down to it, when they're in our starting lineups, we know they're going to do us. Because guess what? Lamar Jackson, most efficient player I have on a few teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And until the injury, Justin Jefferson was doing the same thing. Same with Kirk Cousins.
All right.
So now we got to move on to some news.
What's the news?
I know, Big Ed, I ain't going to make you wait any longer. Roquan Smith has gone on record to say that he's happy that he was traded over to the Baltimore Ravens so that his career would not go down the drain.
Oh.
That's not news.
That's fucking awesome. I don't care.
That's not news.
It's news to me.
This is the discussions and news part of the show. So this is a discussion worthy thing.
No, it's not.
That was news to me.
Now, here's my question though: is do you think that he would have hit a stagnant with the Bears, or could he have been the driving force behind that defense if he had stayed?
He could have been the driving force behind the defense.
A defense that wasn't shit.
Yeah. But what was that Ravens defense till Ray Lewis showed up? Sometimes you need that one kind of energy.
We are not about to compare the Bears to the Ravens.
I'm agreeing here because I will say that
Bears defense to the historic Ravens defense. Come on, man. It's the Bears we talking about. It's not the 80s anymore. 80s was a long time ago.
Oh no, we had good defense in the early 2000s.
They had good defense since the 40s.
Brian Urlacher and Lance Briggs.
It was trash.
Okay.
Only good D going down in the goddamn Chicago as some baby's mamas.
Yeah. Anyway, man. What else in the news, man? Fuck the Bears.
Carson Wentz has signed with the Rams. How long is Matthew Stafford out for? I know he's down and out, but I don't know how long.
I don't either, but for them to go after Carson Wentz, it must not be good.
Nah.
They're trying to get that accidental Super Bowl.
They need an accidental playoff spot.
Oh man, I got a belly laugh out of that one.
Let's be real. That's the only reason the Eagles got.
Oh yeah. I think Matt Stafford actually might be done. This is his second year with a season-ending injury, pretty much.
And he's at an older age, but you think he's not. Matthew Stafford reminds me of Brett Favre. He's hard-headed as shit, and it takes for him to be forced to retire, just to retire.
I can see that.
He is Favre-like.
Yeah, but I think he's done after this year.
I'm going to put a we'll see on.
Big Ed says right here on the Showdown, what's today's date? Today is November 8th, 2023.
7:33 p.m.
Big Ed says that Matt Stafford is done. Stick a pin in him. So we want to make sure that we remember this. Remember this day.
Oh yeah. Guess what?
Stafford's done.
Earlier in the show, we had mentioned Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yep.
Have you guys heard the latest on Aaron Rodgers?
Yep.
Yeah.
About him telling some people close to him he'll be back in a few weeks.
What about him planting his feet and throwing the ball 50 yards?
He'll be back in a few weeks.
He's looking for attention. He's an attention whore. You know what? He could have just came back in a few weeks.
He could have.
Yep.
But he had to go out and make news and plant his foot and throw the ball 50 yards to make sure that everybody gets talking about him again. You could have just showed up on the field and guess what? Aaron Rodgers is in the game.
And coincidentally, all this happened once Taylor Swift started showing attention to Travis Kelce. I'm just saying, it's kind of.
No, he had some experimental surgery done, and then he's supposed to have been doing some experimental rehab.
Damn.
I don't know if y'all realize it or not, but he played 4 plays. He didn't complete a single pass.
Right?
He said, "Oh,
he was playing like trash before he got hurt."
Yeah.
He was playing trash ball. He was throwing the ball away. He was moving slow, and I don't think I have no expectations out of Aaron Rodgers coming back. Even if he comes back, I don't have my expectations for him are extremely low.
Yeah.
So surprise me, Aaron, and prove me wrong, but my expectations are extremely low.
Yeah.
Right. But if you ask all the analysts, that was due to his offensive line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why his backup came in and won the game.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the sound of me dropping the mic.
So, Big Ed, you got those heavy hitters ready for us?
Oh, yes, I do. First up for quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts.
And I benched Prescott, but he put up, and I knew he was. I said he was a stardom. I had him at a stardom last week, and I knew he was going to put up big numbers, even though he lost the game. He did put up some numbers.
I had C.J. Stroud on my bench for a few weeks. I am very disappointed in myself to not be a part of NFL history.
Man, he put up 400
yards, man.
470 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I've got CJ on one team, and I had him starting.
Man, I'm so mad I did not start him.
And I only had him starting because of bye week.
Right.
That's a hell of a time to have him start.
It was a hell of a time to have him starting. So thanks to the bye week, I had CJ in there.
Jeez, that's over half of your points right there in fantasy.
Right.
Unless you're in the clash, and then that's only probably a 10.
And just to throw an honorable mention in there this week, Joshua Dobbs came in 4th.
Joshua Dobbs balled out.
5 days in, no practice at all in passing the ball.
Right. And you could see it at when he first got in there, he was reading the routes wrong and everything.
He was like, look, I knew numbers. Don't ask me nobody's name. I don't even know these niggas.
Look, everybody here is losing their shit. Like, we need to make sure to keep him, this and that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Here's the problem. It's already been announced by NASA. 2024, he's launching off to orbit Mars. That's a 5-year journey to Mars, plus the orbit, and another 5-year journey back. It's going to be quite a while before anyone has him here, and the NFL's not going to be the place he comes back to.
I have no idea what none of that shit meant you just said. That shit.
I don't think he's going there.
No, he's going. This is what he goes to school for. Josh Dobbs is an astronaut.
Josh Dobbs. He's a rocket scientist.
Yeah. And that's legit. He's leading the mission to orbit Mars. And that's coming in, I think it's the summer of next year. That they're
leaving football
to go orbit Mars. I don't think so.
If he has the opportunity to do it, he'd do it. I think
Yeah.
he would do it.
To be an
That
astronaut is number
opportunity is
one
really
dream.
if the opportunity to do it is there, I'm sure he'd do it. It's quite a few, it's a lot more people playing professional football than there are people orbiting Mars.
Would you rather make NFL history or human history?
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't knock him one bit for it.
I can't either.
No.
If I was given the opportunity, I'd do it too.
And let's be real, it's another black man with an opportunity to make human history. Why not? This is a moment for us too.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know about that. That was news to me too. So that's cool. You're right. You might be out of there.
All right, Big Ed, running backs. Sorry, I just took that over. Sorry.
I know, right? I forgot what segment we were doing. I thought we were
running backs.
I thought we was back on the news.
First up, Rashad White, Ramondre Stevenson, and Josh Jacobs.
Unusual suspects.
Right. And it's crazy because none of them got over 100 yards.
And I had Ramondre Stevenson on the bench and in one of my leagues and starting in his stead, I had Kenneth Walker III, who had the worst game of his career. Well, the worst game of the season. He had his worst day of the season. I was like, I could not have played that worse.
Man. Wide
receivers. Tank Dell, CeeDee Lamb, and Noah Brown.
Damn, this is the unusual that's why I got so many L's, man. All these unusual suspects putting up. These heavy hitters are like unusual suspects,
right? Especially when you got two from the same team.
Yeah, Noah Brown and Tank Dell.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Noah Brown had 153 yards and 1 touchdown, and Tank Dell had 114 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. That's
both of them had 6 catches.
You did all of that off of 6 catches, like that. Wow. Jeez, fantasy wise, that's a killer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. And you know what? I was noticing too, unusual suspects were winning in fantasy. It was like the teams that have been killing was losing. Teams that's been losing has been winning. It was a real odd week for fantasy.
Look,
I got my second.
This is showing why.
I got my second W in World War.
I got my second dub in Clash. All right, tight ends, bro.
Tight ends: Dalton Schultz, Cole Kmet, and Cade Otton.
Cade Otton was interesting.
Okay,
expect that one.
Good deal, man. It's been odd. Kickers.
Okay.
All right, so
what's next?
Next is our stardom and sit 'em.
Stardom and sit 'em. I don't know if y'all should listen to me this week. Let me get some wins. Let me get my feet back under me before I give any stardom and sit 'em advice. All right. My stardoms this week. I'm gonna go Josh Allen against Denver. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow against Houston. And for my wild card, y'all ready for this one? You sitting down?
Sit it.
Kyler Murray against Atlanta.
Ooh, I like that. I'm okay with that. That's a nice wild card because we don't know what's
okay. My stardoms. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow against Houston. Dak Prescott against the Giants. And with my wild card, I'm gonna go Tyler Badgett against the Panthers.
Okay. I'm I'm gonna go with Josh Allen against the Broncos, Dak Prescott against the Giants, and my wild card is gonna be Josh Dobbs against the Saints.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I
Sit
like it. I like it.
Running backs.
Sit-ups.
Oh, Siddums. Sorry.
Siddons, I'm going Deshaun Watson against Baltimore.
Mm.
Talk about letdowns. That's another bust.
Yeah.
Jordan Love against Pittsburgh. And Russell Wilson against Buffalo.
Okay. I'm gonna go Trevor Lawrence against San Francisco. CJ Stroud against Cincinnati. And Sam Howell against from a wild card, I'm gonna go Sam Howell against Seattle.
You don't have to wild card sit him, sir.
Okay.
To start him.
I
It's not a
got-
wild card sit him.
my card, my
Damn, I forgot one of my starters. God damn
my
it.
quarterbacks to sit will be Taylor Heineke against the Cardinals, Will Levis against the Bucks, and Mac Jones against the Colts.
Damn, Will Levis actually almost made it into my starters.
Running backs.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull one out the air. Y'all ain't gonna see this one coming. Christian McCaffrey against Jacksonville. I'm gonna go Tony Pollard against the Giants. And my wild card, I'm gonna go with let's go with Chuba Hubbard against Chicago.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
We've been giving up a lot of run yards, so I can't disagree with that. I'm gonna start Alvin Kamara against Minnesota. Travis Etienne against San Francisco. And Brees Hall against Las Vegas.
Brees Hall is your wild card?
Yep.
Interesting, because he's not my wild card, but
He's not a fucking wild card.
he's one of my stardoms. He's one of my stardoms against Las Vegas.
Okay.
I got Bijan
Card sit-ems, but when it comes to the wild card starters, he's struggling.
Brees Hall against the Raiders. Bijan Robinson up against the Cardinals is another stardom for me. And my wild card is going to be Najee Harris against the Packers.
Najee been back to form, man.
And the Packers been giving up run yards like crazy.
Exactly.
That's why I don't see him as a wild card.
I don't really see him as a wild card.
He's more of a wild card than Brees Hall.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that might be true.
Because they still got Michael Carter and Dalvin Cook, so
yeah, and
With the combined
one of those two would be the wild card.
Yeah, those would be wild cards.
Those would be wild cards. Siddums, I'm going with Kareem Hunt against Baltimore. I'm gonna go James Cook against Denver. And Tajay Spears against Tampa Bay.
Siddums, right?
Right.
We'll go James. Oh no, he's out. Never mind. I'm gonna sit James Cook against Denver. I'm gonna sit Javonte Williams against Buffalo. And Alexander Madison against New Orleans.
That's fair. I got Javonte Williams against Buffalo. I got Tyler Algier against the Cardinals. And I got Brian Robinson against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
The wide receivers.
I'm on Ross St. Brown against the Chargers.
Ooh.
painfully, I'm going to say it. Stephon Diggs against Denver. And my wild card is Jahan Dotson against Seattle.
Okay. I'm gonna go CD Lamb against the Giants. DeAndre Hopkins against Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And my wild card, I'm gonna go Christian Kirk against San Francisco.
I like Christian Kirk. He's another one of those efficient players for me this year. I'm gonna start Stephon Diggs up against the Broncos. CD Lamb against the Giants. And my wild card is gonna be Adam Thielen against the Bears.
Okay. For my sit-ems, I'm going with Jerry Jeudy against Buffalo. Michael Thomas against Chicago. And Jackson Smith and Jigba against Washington.
Ooh, man, talk about a bust. Sorry, that was one of my rookie busts this year. I had him so hyped up this coming into this season.
Sidham's right.
Yep.
Tank Dell against Cincinnati.
Second time he asked that question.
Tank Dell against Cincinnati.
Stay with us, Big Ed. Stay with us.
I'm gonna go Brandon Ayuk against Jacksonville. And Calvin Ridley against San Francisco.
Did you say Brandon Ayuk?
Hey, that's what he said.
That's what I said.
Sidham's right.
Yep.
Ooh. I would agree if you were saying efficient wide receivers. I totally agree with that.
Need an efficient quarterback for that.
For wide
Brock
receiver.
Purdy.
Yeah, Brock Purdy. I got Jacoby Myers against the Jets, sitting. Cortland Sutton against the Bills. And Jerry Jeudy against the Bills.
Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah. Was he implying that Purdy is inefficient?
He has been the last, 3-4 games?
3 games.
3 games.
Okay.
Has he really been? Have they really lost because he was inefficient? I think he's been inefficient. He's played against, in those 3 games, 2 of the best defenses in the league right now, and he had 2 bad games, and they lost 3.
Yeah, and
that's inefficient.
And he's
overall an inefficient quarterback in your opinion.
For right now, yeah. At this time, yeah.
All right. Get ready to eat your words, motherfucker, because I ain't gonna let you lay that shit down.
Tight ends.
Tight ends. I'm gonna go with Sam Laporta against the Chargers. I'm gonna go with George Kittle against Jacksonville, and my wild card, I'm gonna go with Taysom Hill against Minnesota.
Okay. I'm gonna go Sam Laporta against the Chargers. I'm gonna go Mark Andrews against Cleveland. And my wild card is actually gonna be Juwan Johnson against Minnesota.
I like Juwan Johnson. I got George Kittle against the Jags. I got Jake Ferguson against the Giants. And I have for my wild card Dalton Kincaid against the Broncos.
Is that one really a wild card?
Yes. With Dawson not getting most of the reps.
But Dawson Knox has been out.
And Kincaid hasn't been performing as well either.
Just
because I have him on multiple teams. And I'd made the decision to start him and regret it.
I've actually made the decision to start him and haven't regretted it.
All right, tight end sit-ups.
Cade Otton against Tennessee. Njoku against Baltimore. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Jawan Johnson against Minnesota.
He almost made my sit-ups.
Okay. I'm gonna go Kyle Pitts against Arizona, Logan Thomas against Seattle, and Chigozim Okonkwo against Tampa Bay.
Okay. I got Hunter Henry against the Colts. Gerald Everett against the Lions. And I have to agree with OG. I got K. Dotton against the Titans. And that'll do it for our startup sit-ups this week. Which leaves us with our 5 picks for the week. 5 most interesting games. Well, not most interesting games because we cover the Bears. So the Bears, Vikings, and the 3
We
most
also cover the Vikings, so
we got Bears, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, and one additional.
Yep.
So where do we go first?
Well, we
got
got San Fran as well.
Was it? Oh, yeah, and 49. That's actually the most interesting game, 49ers and Jaguars.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I would just like to say that before these last 3 games, Brock Purdy had never lost a fucking game, and this guy says he's inefficient. What the fuck is wrong with this dude, man?
He's inefficient at this point in time.
No.
Oh,
God damn. What's their record? How many games are we in?
Oh, 10th game coming up here.
And they've lost 3 and you call him inefficient? How many games have Justin Fields won 3 games in his career? God damn.
They're 5-3 right now.
Okay. Have Justin Fields won 5 games in his career?
No.
Okay.
And I believe he's inefficient.
Because he is.
But Brock Purdy in the last 3 weeks has been inefficient.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I think that defense have given up a lot of action these last weeks. And he was missing his best offensive lineman, Trent Williams. So he was under a lot more pressure, and he was missing his second best receiver, which is Debo, arguably his best receiver. So he was down. He was down off top offensive lineman, down his biggest weapon, his second biggest weapon next to McCaffrey, and they lost 3 games, and all of a sudden he's inefficient. At least 3 games in his career, in his fucking career, and you say his quarterback, man, you know what? I'm about to kick you out of here. How do I kick him off the show? These motherfuckers, you think I'm bullshitting? You think I'm bullshitting? Get the motherfucker out of here. Get him the fuck out of here talking that dumb shit. All right, where we at, Waves? What we talking?
So we're doing our pick'ems. Right now we have 4 games. We have the Chicago, Minnesota, San Fran, and Detroit games. We need one more game to get our pick in for this week for our 5.
Who plays Monday night?
Monday night is Buffalo or Denver at Buffalo.
Nah, we need a better game than that. What about Sunday night?
Sunday night is
Bengals.
Washington at Seattle.
Ooh, who's Thursday night?
The Bears and Panthers.
Yep, Bears and Panthers.
We need a better game.
We got Dallas versus the Giants.
No, that's not a good game.
But they do have history. It's a rivalry game.
I vote for Texans and Bengals.
Right now, if we're going based on, you know what though, but we got that Cleveland defense up against Baltimore.
Let's do that one. That's it. That's a rivalry.
Okay.
Worth watching. All right.
All right, then. First up, Bears and Panthers.
I'm going with the Panthers because Fields ain't playing.
Oh yeah, imagine this, bro.
I'm gonna go Bears.
I don't know why I said bro. Like all of a sudden, yeah, I should have known you was going Bears. Bruh, okay. You know you can turn your cam back on, right? I'm gonna go with the Bears.
No, I can't.
Oh damn. Who we got next?
Hold on. Let me get right back to the screen. We got the Browns and Ravens.
Browns and Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, go ahead, Wes.
I'll go with the Ravens as well.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. Next up, we got the 49ers and the Jaguars.
49ers.
I'll go with
Wes?
49ers as well.
I'm going Jags. And we got the Saints and the Vikings.
I'll go Vikings.
OG?
Why you get to go last every time? When that's where you get
Okay,
that.
I'll go Saints.
I'm going Vikings.
Last but not least, we got the Lions at the Chargers.
Ooh, that's a tough game.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
I'm going Detroit.
Wes?
What'd you say, bro?
Chargers.
Oh man, that is a lot tougher. I'm gonna go with the. Gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. That's a lot harder for some reason. I don't like.
That's a tough game.
That's
a tough. That's a tough one to call. That's gonna be a tough one to call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a good game.
It is.
Should be a good one. Yeah, Tony Romo getting that game.
Yeah. The Chargers are starting to hit their stride. That's it for the pick'ems.
Which means that is it for the showdown.
That's it for the showdown, y'all. We want to thank y'all for joining us. We are out of here. From myself and Waze, we want to thank y'all for joining us, and we'll catch y'all next time. Make sure y'all tune in. We out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, the What Up Though Show Network, and also like what you see if you like what you see. On behalf of the crew, me and Waze, I holler at y'all next time. We out. Peace.